guys? Brendan aka Drip back with another deck profile, and I know I am like 2 weeks late on this deck profile. I am sorry. It has taken me a while to get myself to put this deck profile out. By the way, I'll tell you why in a second. If you don't like hearing me talk about the matchups, talk about what I think of the deck, go ahead and fast forward to the video. Just want to give you a heads up for courtesy. If not, let's get back to what I was saying. All right. The reason why I'm late on posting this video is because, for my personal opinion, competitive reasons, it is lackluster, this format, and it breaks my heart to say that, because you have to play cards that normally this deck would probably not play to help with the consistency. But not help with the consistency, but help slow down other decks. Sorry. But still, my current build, which a lot of people probably say that about their current builds too, I feel my current build is as competitive as it can be this format. I cannot wait for this format to end. And then we can go back to playing lights in our deck that help our deck out. Ugh, can't wait for that. Ugh. But with that being said, the deck still does what it used to. It's just not as consistent, and it can't play through as many hand traps, and it can't play other cards to slow other decks down that would not hurt you running, like our effect veilers or imperm or whatever the case may be. Nibiru is not really that good of a card anymore. Everybody that's in a competitive level plays around it. That's just how it is. It's not good this format. It might come back, which I'm sure it will. Hand traps always cycle in and out. But the format that we're in now, I can't stand the hand traps that are in this format because, one, they destroy our deck. Two, we can't play through most of them. And three, the one we run them, it completely just like slows our consistency down by like 5. It makes our consistency from like a 10 to like a 5. I know it's probably not like a 10 on consistency level, but you still catch my drift. But anyways, we can talk more about that when we get there. But with that being said, guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We talk about random crap here. We just make deck profiles, and we just have a good time. DDD fam. Discord in the description, PayPal link in the description below. Hit that like button. Let me know how your day is going in the comment section. And let's go ahead and get into this video. To start out, and by the way, that reminds me. Oh, wait, pause. Skirt. If you hadn't tell already, this is actually pure. That's another reason I was going to say too. We can't play our Dogmatica variant, which is the one that I created and is just amazing. We can't play it because it's not as consistent anymore. It's annoying. But don't get me wrong, pure is still good too. Still amazing. But to start off, we got 3 of Big Daddy himself. Man, this card is busted. Anybody who plays Galaxy Eyes knows this card is a threat. Always, 100%. Hand, field, graveyard, deck, it's a threat. No matter where it's at. 3 Photon Dragon. Just level 8. Banishes if it's on field. XZ comes back with 500 additional attack. Discard, pop for Soul Flare. And now for a year in the making. Oh, this is glorious. We got 1, 2 Afterglow. Guys. Come here. Huddle up. Come here. Yeah, let's huddle up. Come here. Closer. Whoa, too close. Man, back off with your hot breath. Let's go. Anyways, After freaking Glow is here. Afterglow is here. After freaking Glow is here. I can't say it enough. Oh my god, guys. This guy is just nuts. You don't need 3. 1, you're just not running enough. What is wrong with you? 3, you're just asking to brick. Don't do it. 2 is where the money is. Holy shit. This card is nuts. Oh my god. Specials. OTKs. You don't need the freaking Draglubian package anymore. If you're playing the Draglubian package, you're playing it wrong. Take that shit out of your deck, dog. What are you doing? Oh my god. This card is nuts. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Like, when I got this card in the mail, guys, I was so excited because we All of us Galaxy S players have been waiting for this card in the TCG for so long. So long. But oh my god. Moving on to the next card, sorry. 3 Soldier. Best searcher in the deck outside of probably Sanctuary. This card is nuts. Starter, searcher, extender, you name it. Soldier does it. Moving on to the next part of the Galaxy engine. 2 Knight, you don't need 3. 3, you're just asking to brick. 1's not enough. You play 3, you're going to brick. It's hands down. If you're playing a 40 to 45 card deck with 2 Knight, you're going to brick. Hands down, 100%. And then we got 1 Wizard, 1 Brave, and 1 Cleric. Drift, why in a pure are you only running 1 Wizard? Well, when I ran 2, it bricked me. Well, if you having consistency issues, you should play 1 more Brave or 2 more Brave. 3 Brave, yeah, you're asking to brick. Have fun with that. Go have fun bricking. If you play 2 Wizard, is the only one that I would potentially bump up to 2. I haven't bumped him up because my main normal summon is always going to be 9. If I can get to it, I can. If not, then I'll always find a way to Wizard, even at it being at a 1 of. But no, I tried bumping him up. I tried running 2 Brave. It bricked me. Tried running 2 Wizard. It kind of worked, so it's the only one that I would bump up, but I bumped it down to fit other cards into the deck, which I'll talk about that more when I get there. But no, everybody has their personal opinions on ratios. That's fine, but for me, 1-1-1-1 is good. You don't run Cleric, you're running the deck wrong anyways, 100%. Now that I will say. Because you're not utilizing the deck in its fullest potential and its grind game material and its recursion effect. So have fun losing in 2 turns. But no, 1 Brave, 1 Wizard. That's all I needed personally. That's it for the Galaxy engine. Let's move on to the Photon engine. Photons. Oh, this card finally got a secret rare. If you know me, you know I'm a rarity person. I have to have my highest rarities if all is possible. When Orbital got a secret rare bump, man, oh my gosh, guys, I can't. Let's zoom in on that. That's hot. All right, 1.3, we're good. Sorry if the light's flickering, guys. Where I'm at, we're having like an ice storm, so like the power's been flickering and going out all around me. So I've just been very fortunate up to this point to still have power. But anyways, back to the deck profile. We got 3 Orbitals. Orbital is Orbital. It's gross. It's nuts. It's good. 3 Vanisher. I still run 3. I know a lot of people bumped it down to 2. It's just I want to see this card. My personal opinion, I want to see this card. Because when you pair this card up with Soldier, it's just nuts. Because that's how you get your main, that's how you do your Knight Turbo. Pretty much. So, yeah. 3 Vanisher. Now for the 1-ofs. We got 1 Advancer. And your boy finally made it back into the deck because we had to, we had to call him up and we were like, bro, we need more lights, man. We need more lights. All these fire types and other kind of cars be coming up in here, having to take over and shit. So we have to have you back. We called up Thrasher, bro. He came back. We run 1 Thrasher. This card is literally dead after turn 1. There's no reason for you to run 2. You don't. There's no reason for it. If you need it again, you can just cycle it back off of Cleric if you need to. If they break your board or something. But even at that point, it's still dead because you have Cleric on board. So you don't need more than 1. It's dead after turn 1. So if you see this or Rhoda, you're good because Rhoda is your second copy of this, your second copy of Advancer, your 4th copy of Vanisher, you name it. But that's it. That's it for our Photon engine. Now on to our regular just extenders and stuff to help us do things, which is literally just 1 card, and this is what I cut the 2nd Wizard for, and is literally just Guardian and Border. Like I said before, if I have the room to play this card, I'm going to play this card because I had too many situations where I was playing and I needed another extender because I've already normal summoned. And I had the 2nd copy of Wizard in my hand. And if the 2nd copy of Wizard was Order, then I could have played through the board or I could play through the hand traps and made somewhat of a mediocre board. So I regret taking this card out for my online profile So I put him back in, and that's what I cut Wizard down to 1, and it's perfect at 1 for me. But that's it for the extenders. On to the hand traps / board breakers, or slowing down my opponent down. I cut the Gamma package because I got tired of having a card that was dead after turn 1 and hard drawing a Gamma. And I substituted for this one because in my personal opinion, yes, this one doesn't negate, but it is a board, it's board clearance. So, and I know it has to be on the field and all that, and it's not as like kind of versatile, but in my opinion, it's more versatile than Gamma because Gamma's dead after your first use, which is, I'm not saying Gamma's bad by any means. A lot of people say it's bad. It's really good. It's just situational, and it's a lot better in certain decks. Like Invoke Dogmatica, if you haven't seen the deck profile that I did, go check it out on the channel. It's pretty good. But no, in this deck, it's not that good because this deck can't utilize it as well as Invoked can because it's always live, and no matter what the case may be, because you can make Omega. In my build, I make Omega. But with this deck, you need board clearance. In this format, you need board clearance anyways. So I feel Ghost Ogre is better in that regard. Moving on to literally the #1 card that bricks me more than anything. And yes, you could say, hey, you're using it at 3. Why don't you try bumping it to 2, Drip? Well, I did try that. But there's no other really hand traps in my personal opinion. Yes, you might think so, but in my personal opinion, there's not any really hand traps that could combat the meta that I can run in this deck to kind of take its one whole slot's place. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to run 3. And that is literally Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is a very, very good card, but it's also very fucking annoying considering it. It's a fire, and it just hurts us more than anything. This card is sticky when it comes to my hand in this deck. If I play any other deck, it's never there. So, yeah, it's very frustrating. But we have to play it because it's the best card I use against every deck right now. Every deck. There's probably not a deck where this card is just not good in because it hits almost everything. So, yeah, 3 freaking Ash Blossom. I can't wait to where I can take this card out of my deck and run Effect Veilers again, or Impermanence, or Nibiru, or a Light. But speaking of Light, I kept Santa Claus. To be honest, I'm back and forth on it. I'm wanting to kind of either keep these because they're lower, or cut these for the one that Cyber Dragon runs, the Jizukiru. Reason being is because I don't like my opponent getting a draw during the end phase if I can't get rid of this. Because yes, Jizukiru is big, but Galaxy Eyes can get big too. And I can always pop it on their turn with Soul Flare. But I have given my opponents if I couldn't pop this card, which was like probably 50% of the time or 40% of the time, which is still high. I mean, 50% is obviously 50-50, or 40% is still high too. But 40% of the time, I did not get to pop this card, and my opponent just plussed off of me getting rid of their card, which was really frustrating for me. So these may become Jizukirus in the future. It's just I keep these in here because they're a lot smaller than Jizukiru, so that's why I still run them. But you can take it as if whatever you want. If you want to run Jizukiru, if you want to run extra extenders, that's fine. Just use my deck profile as a pamphlet. I mean, not a pamphlet, whatever, a blueprint. There you go. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm tired and it's been a long day at work. But no, you can use it as a blueprint to make your own. I'm just showing you what has worked out for me. And power went out. And we're back. Sorry about that. Like I said, the power is probably going to go out, which it did, but we're back. So, moving on. Try to get this video done before it may go out again. We got 3 Sanctuary. Best card in the deck, hands down. And it's really annoying that you guys made this card on the secondary market very expensive. It's annoying. Like, stop. Get some help. I mean, yes, it's a bonkers card, but there's no reason it should be like $25 or whatever it got up to. I don't know what it is now. I haven't checked. But Jeremy called me and said, bro, did you see Sanctuary, how expensive it is? And I went and looked, and I was like, good God, that's just ridiculous. There's no reason it needs to be that expensive. I don't give a shit if Afterglow came out or not. That's just stupid. Y'all need to stop. That's it for the 3.0s. Now for the draw power, we got trade in. Don't need 3. You go ahead, play 3 trade in. Go ahead, see what happens. You're gonna use trade in, draw into trade in, 100%. Next I got this card. Actually, it can be a brick, this next card, but it performs when it performs. Like it has only ever bricked me once out of like 5 times I resolved it, and that's Triple Tactics Talent. This card is nuts. Because if I have full combo, I can just rip a card out of their hand, and if not, then I just plus by drawing 2. So if I needed a draw, I can use this, draw, and then I can potentially draw into a trade-in and a Galaxy as Photon Dragon, and use trade-in on Photon Dragon to search and draw into maybe another starter or something, and I can continue to go off. So Talents, low-key, indirectly, is an extender in its own right in this deck, which it is in most decks, because it can draw, it can do whatever you want. So, but if you can't afford Talents, that's fine. What I advise you to play if you can't afford Talents is you can run the 3rd trade-in if you so desire. Or you can run another extender, another copy of a spell that I'm going to show you in a second, which is Galaxy Expedition. You can run an extra copy of that. Or you can run a card called Photon Veil. If you're new to Galaxy Eyes, you won't really know what that card is, but if you're a seasoned Galaxy Eyes player, you could play it at 1 of. Because what it does is you can add 1 Photon or Galaxy. You can add up to 3 Photon or Galaxy cards from your deck to your hand, but if you add more than 2, if you add 2 or more, they have to be the same name. So moral of the story is it's a rota. So if you could search, and it could be your 3rd copy of your Thrasher. It can be your 5th copy of your Vanisher, 3rd copy of your Advancer, or whatever the case may be. It can be an additional copy of all your cards. It's a very good card. People sleep on it. It's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good. Reason being is because if you add 2 or more with the same name, it has to be the same name. So, but it's still a really good card. I would say try it out if you can't afford Talents. Moving on, we got 1 Rota. This is what I'm saying. If you add this with your Photon Veil, then you have pretty much extra copies of whatever you may need that's at 1 or 2. So like if you have we run 1 Advancer plus this plus Veil, then you really run 3 Advancer, 3 Thrasher, and then so on and so forth. You catch my drift. And then 1 Expedition. Galaxy Expedition is really good. Obviously, it's a great extender. I just don't like this card more than 1 for me because it sticks to my hand when it's at more than 1. And when it sticks to my hand, it sticks to my hand at 2. So if I run 2, I see it at 2. I've only ran it at 3 like a couple of times. In my earlier days of playing Galaxy Eyes, you see my profiles on that. I ran at 3 then, but God, it was a mistake. God, the power's about to go out again, guys. And then the last card in the main deck is this card is nuts and pure. This card is just nuts. And that is Trance. Dude, when I came back to pure, and I stopped playing my Dogmatica variant for this format because it's not that great in this format because all the extra cards you got to play. But in other formats, last format, and I'm sure probably the next format, it will be amazing. Oh my gosh, when I don't have to play Ash and all these other cards to slow down my opponent, I can't wait to go back to my Dogmatica Galaxy Eyes. But anyways, Trance in the pure is just, oh my goodness, guys. I can't say enough. This card is just nuts. Bonkers. But that is it for the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck, where it gets real spicy. Starting off, we got 2 Soul Flare. Yeah, a lot of people still play 3 in the pure, but I don't. I want my extra deck to be more versatile. And the card that a lot of you guys have been asking me to play forever in my Galaxy Eyes deck is this next card that I'm playing. And I'm actually playing it only because I think it's only really that good and pure. In my Galaxy Eyes Dogmatica variant, I have no room for it because I have other cards I have to play. But in this variant, it's very, very, very good. And that is Bushinki Yashima. Oh my god, this card is nuts. This card is just crazy. This card goes barbecue chicken in the paint. Oh my god, this card is nuts. Last of the links is Union Carrier. Obviously, oh man, I don't have an Orbital. No need to fear. Union Carrier is here. It'll get you to your Orbital. Yeah, Union Carrier is nuts. That's all for the links though. It's all you need. You don't need any more links, honestly. You don't need a third Soul Flare. In my opinion, if you need a third Soul Flare, you're probably going to end up losing that duel anyways. So, but like I said, if you desire to run a third, then by all means, go ahead and run a third. Moving on to the XZs, where the deck performs and where it belongs, is 2 Photon Lord. One is combo, one is extra, just in case you can't use Cleric to cycle it back. Now for the Cypher package. Cypher Blade. My favorite extra deck monster that this deck has because I love the artwork. Full armor. I honestly thought about cutting Cypher Dragon, to be honest, because a lot of stuff can't be targeted on, but you can make the same argument about the Blade and full armor. But if I'm going into a rank 8, I'm most likely going to kill you. That's just it. So, like, why would I need to steal your card? If it didn't target, then this card would be really good. It would be really good. But I decided to keep it because it's a Galaxy Eyes name, and it still comes up in handy with other rogue decks. So I kept it for that very reason, because if not, you could just go into this and yeet their card over on your side of the field. This card, by the way, is going to be nuts when we get EX. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon's value in the extra deck will soar tremendously once we get EX. But moving on to the next, we got one of the best cards, if not the best card in the extra deck. Will be Blast. Blast is just Blast. It's like Jimmy Neutron, bro. Got a Blast. It protects, it special summons. Yeah. And then when Afterglow gets on the field and he calls up his boy, he calls up Prime, dude. He calls up Prime. This card has gotten so much better. I mean, it was already good, but it's gotten so much better since we got Afterglow that it's just insane. Hits for like 14k and special summons a Photon Dragon if you detach the Afterglow. Crazy. And then we got 38. 38 is good spell negation. It's a versatile rank 8 in the extra deck that you can go into. And if you go full combo and you open up Expedition 2, you can go make this and this and Photon Lord. So you have a monster and a spell negate. And then this next card is just because we can make rank 4s almost just as good as we can rank 8s. And that is Dweller, because Dweller is stupid good this format. Because it hits everything. So nothing really left to say there. The only thing is, though, yes, I did say play more lights earlier, but Dweller is Dweller, and Dweller is going to be more impactful than any other card you run in the extra deck with the Draglubian package. So just remember, you can't go into Dweller if you've activated Sanctuary that turn. Just remember that. And then we have Zeus, because Zeus is Zeus. And if you've seen my profiles before and previously on the channel, I showed a combo tutorial to where you can make Zeus and it would never hurt you because you use Cleric and this to constantly loop your stuff. So you can use this to send your crap, summon clerics, shuffle your stuff back, draw 2, and potentially remake your whole board, which is what mostly happens anyways. Zeus is really good in this deck. Yes, we can't turbo him out as fast as like Zoo can, but my personal opinion, he is more impactful in this deck than he is in the Zoo deck, unless it's the Zoo Eldritch, which I still think it's more impactful in here than it is in Zoo Eldritch, because we can recycle our materials, as where they're just getting their stuff in the graveyard, which is their Eldritch cards to be able to use their Eldritch cards. Us, we're getting our stuff in the graveyard to use our stuff in the graveyard, and we're using it to shuffle our stuff back and to draw 2 and to potentially remake our board on top of having the Zeus too. So that's just my personal opinion. Everybody has their opinions. That's just mine. And then the last card in the extra deck, we don't even make this card. We just use it for our side deck, which I'll let you know what it is. Calamities. We run Calamities because we run Cherries in the extra deck. Because Virtual World is everywhere, and it is annoying to play against. Because if you can't slow them down, they just make Calamities and be like, ha, what you gonna do now, boy? And I'm gonna be like, Santa Claus, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. But anyways, you can use Cherries to show this, reveal this, and they have to banish or whatever, banish all copies of that in their extra deck. So if they run 3 Calamities, you just reveal Calamities. After you use Cherries, they have to banish all 3 copies of their Calamities. And since the current build of Virtual World, as I'm making this deck profile, is built around just spamming out Calamities, if you get rid of Calamities, you get rid of their auto win button. They'll have to find a different way to beat you, which I'm sure they can. It's just you're getting rid of their big boss monster. And their main reason why that build that is current right now is so good. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I like the ratios where they sit. Like I say all the time, even though I say a bunch of random stuff all the time and say I wouldn't play it this way, I wouldn't play it that way, just you do what you want, guys. A Yu-Gi-Oh is all about personal preference. This is what I like for me. What I didn't like, this is what I played because I wanted to still be able to play Galaxy. I'm tired of playing Ash, but it is what it is. Next format, I'll probably get my Veilers back and my Nibiru back, hopefully. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section how your day is going. Join the Discord if you so see fit to join the DDD fam. PayPal link in the description. Want to donate, help the channel out? That's fine. It's whatever. Discord in there again, like I said, you can join it and we can just talk, have fun. We post memes, we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, we help one another out with rulings, we help another out with consistency issues, help on builds, and we just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, ban list predictions, etc., etc. You got it. We do it. And I've been trying to I can't really get it consistently right now because I'm working, but I'm wanting to start a podcast on the Discord, playing EDO, and we can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh there. I'm not very sure how often I'll get around to do it, but I like to do it with one of my friends who's also a content creator. He's a really small content creator. But we go to locals together and we just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's all the announcements I have. Just be on the lookout for other deck profiles I'm going to have coming out soon. I have a good bit coming out, and some dual videos, the weekly dual videos from locals and everything like that. So, but with that being said, guys, you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, dusk, dawn, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever the case may be whenever you're watching this video. And stay safe and good dueling. Drip out. Peace, guys.